What's happening, YouTube? Splitting Wigs, back with another how-to video. This time we're doing class setup with domination tips for Shoot House. And there is a lot of misinformation out there about domination. People saying you have to do this, this is what you should do, but this is going to go into in depth a little bit different than most people do their domination tips. But anyway, into the class setup. MP Fizzle. It is my favorite gun in the game. You set it up a little bit different for each map. For Shoot House, I set it up this way. I set it up a little bit different for other maps, especially bigger ones. But I run the compensator, the tack laser, super accurate down sights when you ADS with that. It helps so much. The granulated grip tape. This gun still ADS is like crazy, so I actually skipped the stippled grip tape on this one. 10 millimeter, 30 round mags, and the Commando 4 grip. And then I run the Desert Eagle sometimes. I'm working on camo right now. I'll run any pistol, it doesn't really matter. EOD, hardline, and shrapnel. As always, hardline can be swapped out for Ghost, Semtex, and Stim. And we'll head into a little bit of gameplay. Alright, if you're getting any enjoyment out of this video, any help, please make sure to subscribe, drop a like, drop a dislike, whatever. I don't care. But anyway, let's discuss this MP5 and some domination on Shoot House. We got out of the jump here. We started on A side, and obviously right out of the gate, your first goal is to cap the one right in front of you as fast as possible, get those points rolling, and then B. And then I hear a lot of people talking about domination, and they always go straight to, you cap 2, and then you just maintain those 2 only for the entire game, and just have map control that way. This. I tried to get this guy's care package right out of the gate. I grenaded right where he was sitting, and didn't even get a hit marker. So I didn't think he was there. I mean, I lost the gunfight with the other guy anyway, but I thought for sure I was gonna get his care package. But anyway, important tip that no one talks about is each map has its own individual side that is preferred to have 2. Shoot House for sure, you want C and B. So if you can rotate map control, the way we started with A and B, but I quickly took C so that we would get the preferred side of the map. The map control is much easier from CB than it is the other way around. You have the office, you have the junkyard, and you have the top of these red containers to have power positions in, and every map's that way. So when you watch a video and someone says, "Oh, you take 2, and then those are the 2 that you have," and I even heard people saying, "Why is my dumb teammate taking this one?" Well, the map he was on was Hackney Yard, and he was talking about his teammate taking A there, when in fact, AB is the far preferred map control to CB. So that was one mistake in his video. I'm not going to say who it is, but he's a bigger YouTuber than me, and that's a pretty big error to tell people. That's something you should definitely bring up in a domination gameplay video. Is that every map, and whichever one's in your video, you should explain people that Shoot House, you have all kinds of map control. And another thing, from CB you have map control. Another thing he said in his video is you never take all 3, which is another thing that I disagree with to a point. I mean, I agree with 100%. If the other team is, seeming like it might keep it close, and it's going to be really hard, I could definitely see only keeping 2, but that's only if you really, really want to camp and make sure that you are getting your streaks and you're worried about your kill-death ratio. You don't ever take 3. But on a small map, you should definitely try to take 3. I mean, I was watching COD League, and in those Dom games, they take all 3. And if you have a good enough team, especially we have 5v5 on here, but if you have a 6v6, that's 2 guys per flag, and you're if you can keep your all 3 even capped for 20-30 seconds, it can really open up the game. I mean, right now we're up 80-34 because of that triple cap. As long as you still maintain the fact that your team will ensure, see, they're on C, so that's the biggest mistake. You just want to make sure that you keep the preferred side. To cap all 3 and then kind of just maintain the weakest link as good as you can, but always make sure that you keep CB. I mean, you know, we're blowing this game out right now just because we took 3, which is doable. I mean, the statement that you should never do that is only holds true if you're that worried about your kill death ratio. But at the end of the day, I mean, kill death ratio is literally meaningless unless you're playing team deathmatch. I hate when I hear people talking about their KD, and then I'm watching their YouTube channel, and it's like, I'm watching every game they use and they lose, and I'd love to see what their win-loss ratio is. I mean, so many people. There's another nice little jump spot too. Shoot house. I bring this up in every shoot house video. There's so many nice little jump spots like that one I just used that you don't have to go around that corner and get your face melted. Even jumping up to where I'm at right here from the center, there's a single jump instead of a double jump spot that if you want me to cover, you know, just drop me a comment and I'll do a quick video on little jump spots on this map that are really important to help you navigate the map quicker and help you keep yourself alive. But anyway, about this gameplay as well, I'm using a scuff for the first time. I'm 37 years old. I've never used anything with back buttons. Look at that MP5, just melt that guy from across the map. And anyway, I'm using a scuff. It felt good. Aiming long distance ADS felt good. Running around with it felt kind of funny. The left thumbstick is a little bit long for me. It kind of felt funny. And the back paddles aren't quite where I want them. But I reordered a thumbstick and I reordered back paddles that I think are gonna help a lot. I do like the controller. It's just not exactly set up the way that I think I'll really like it. But this MP5, I mean, you just saw from the office the whole way across. You know, it's pretty much about as long as a shot as you're going to get, especially on this side of the map. And it's a 4-shot kill. I mean, I couple to the chest and a couple. And look how fast it snaps there. I snapped 2 guys real quick right there with that tack laser. That's why I see some MP5 videos where they'll double up the tack laser with the stippled grip tape, but that's kind of overkill a little bit on your ADS. I think it almost ADS is a little bit too fast for me whenever I do that. But here we cap 3 again. I mean, we got this game blown wide open, and you know, we're able to keep the majority of map control here. We did lose C, unfortunately. We didn't cap A and then get our spawn. You know, we didn't retreat back to CB fast enough to make our spawns stay on the good side. But at this point, we have this game so opened up because of capping 3 at a time that we're almost a lock to win this at this point. But anyway, back to the MP5. I almost think that if you set it up for full ADS and sprint out time, it's almost a little bit too fast. That's kind of why I preferred what my class setup that I showed you at the beginning of this video. It just seems to be a little bit more consistent this way. The other one, it almost is a little bit too ridiculous. But pre-firing this guy, he's sneaky. And then I think I did get him. Yeah, he disappeared on me. But Domination's it's a good game to you know, if you're worried about KD, it is the best game mode to try to just lock down 2 and play it safe and get your streaks. But you know, I find that out in my videos, I kind of want to teach people to play the way that the best play. You know, you watch a COD tournament, and they don't just keep 2 and stay there. They will if they have to. But if the opportunity is there to triple cap for 20, 30, even 40 seconds, I mean, you can really gap the other team in points and really open the game up. But as I said, you see, we did rotate it back around to where we have CB instead of AB, because it's just so much easier to keep it dominated that way. You know, you always want to every map make sure you have the correct side capped, and on this one it's absolutely C and B. But yeah, there's me talking about this guy camping in the office. Anyway, I think went 35 and 11, 7 defends, 6 caps. Peace out.